Hello everyone. If you don't know me, I am Azen. I play competitive VGC. And just recently, I had been involved in the draft league known as OPL, or the Opal League, hosted by Ryan Hebert. Now, this was an experience that I will never forget, but for all the wrong reasons. To start with, we go back to day of the draft. We all get picked. Everyone gets their assigned spots. And then we get together, we get collectively together in the team, make a team server. And we get told that because our manager was absent at the time, we would have to get a new manager. And we say, okay, that's fine. We figure, he would talk with us, discuss this with us. We'd be able to come to some kind of reasonable conclusion. Even one of the members of our team, we decided that we'd be okay rallying behind him being the manager. And I can understand not getting the player as a manager. That's fine. We got no communication until we got assigned our manager, basically. And it's like, here's your manager, Wide Leagues Michael, who has not had any experience. So, be good. And okay. Understandable. So we all get together, we talk with this guy. He seems nice. Michael, I will say in this, is a very nice guy. I can respect him. My team, I could also respect. He got into the server, we all talked, shared and expressed our concerns, and it was okay. We even came up with the name we went with, which is Team Relax, for the Snorlax. And so we're like, okay, this is fine. We can move on. We can get started playing. Have a good league. However, according to the sources I have talked to, since I don't know the people involved directly, one of the players we had at that time and our new manager had some kind of disagreement. I was told more specifically beef, but I'm not familiar with this. So that player was traded off, along with another player, to another team. I was like, okay, it's not even week 1. We got a couple of trades. It's fine. So we get through NAIC, or the North American International Championships, happens. We get through that. Jolly day. Then we move on to week 1. And I would say this is the point where we started having issues, because we had players leaving. Not players getting traded off, players leaving. Now, I'm not sure how many at the time. Specifically, I want to say we had 1 or 2 leavers at the time. I believe 1. And it sucked. we thankfully were able to keep going, to continue. But we were starting to notice things were not looking up. And it was about this time that we realized we needed player slots to be filled again, because they were important player slots that were taken away. And about this time, one of the players in our league decides to start speaking out against, what's going on, offering some criticism. Offering fair, legitimate criticism, mind you, that was directed at the commissioner, Ryan, to offer a sense of, like, hey, this is upsetting. Do you think there's a way we could fix this around, make it better? And all of a sudden, that player's messages were no longer there. And neither was he. Not in the server, not in the other server, the league server. He was gone. He was banned by Ryan from the league, and not only the team server, but the league server itself too, for harassment, which was later on then cited by Ryan himself to be because he had swear words on more than one occasion throughout his legitimate, well-meaning criticism. To say how frustrating to see that was, like, I'd been following this guy's leagues since the Evergrande League 2, which, if you don't know, ended in complete disaster when Ryan, the commissioner of OPL, was kicked for seemingly no reason. I'm not sure. No one is sure. It was all a frustrating bit. And I'd gone through all of that to the end when it all came crashing down. Then when he started OPL, I was like, okay, I like this dude. I'll sign up. OPL 2 was announced. I was like, okay, I'm going to sign up. This dude knows what's up. Now, at the time, I don't think I was ever really certain. I knew exactly what this dude got up to. And with all this going on, I will never, ever join back again. But anyway, we get back to there. Everyone is ticked. Everyone on this team is ticked because a player of ours got banned for no reason. This is a major issue. Well, no. He got banned for a reason, just not a good one. In fact, it wasn't even close to what had actually happened. So, we go around, finishing up, doing all this, learning more information. We do come to find out the ban was BS. and we start experiencing the real downfall up until the point. And it kind of got started with me playing a match. For my match, my only recorded match for OPL Season 2, against the player Swede, which was recorded on stream as a metronome battle. Now, if you're unfamiliar with why I bring up that it's a metronome battle, during, I believe, Korean Nationals, or something similar, there was a group of 4 players who got into the top cut. They were the top 4, and agreed to run metronome battles in protest to how the scene in Korea was being run. And all 4 players were banned, which was not a good look. So, Swede originally had come to the idea after I told him about what was going on, that we thought it was bull, a load of bull, to do a metronome battle, which luckily we were able to find a rental for since none of us had a team ready. And we did that battle. It went relatively well. Got eyes on the fact that Grassy Glide is still in the game, so that's nice. But afterwards, I had decided before the match played that I had enough, so after my match, I left the league. And as it turns out, people a bit later on joined me as well in leaving. But not before one of the other players had decided to speak up again and got banned. Or, well, had threatened to get banned. They'd been threatened by Ryan again with a ban for speaking up. And that player left, and another player left, and soon they had 7 entire player slots to fill. Only then did he decide to start getting substitute players, start recruiting more players to fill up the slots. Now, I've talked with players who were on the team, some that are outside of the team, about this, and players who are still on the team. And we've all come to a consensus here that the situation was entirely mismanaged. And at the very best suggests extreme incompetence. And at the very worst suggests malicious intent. And judging from how a player was threatened with a ban after another player had been banned for speaking up, I'm inclined to unfortunately say malicious intent. Which hurts to say, because before all this happened, I had respect for the guy, for Ryan. It hurts to see this happen. Like, it pains me that this was the experience I had with OPL Season 2. And I would like nothing more than to see this fixed. But from the way he's talked, from the way I've seen, the way I've been shown through screenshots, and the way I've seen on my own after rejoining the League server, there's no way I can ever support this guy or any of his endeavors in this game again. And I'm going to link down the screenshots I've been allowed by people to share, because these players deserve voices. Now, if you see this, you're still in OPL, and this display horrifies you, I feel like at this point the only way he's going to learn to understand what he did was wrong is for this to start going away. For his position to be slipping. And as much as I hate to admit it, it's the best move to leave OPL. If you don't like this display, there's other ways to play VGC, to build community. I would strongly suggest leaving OPL at this point in time. So, hopefully, we can see improvement. But I don't blame anyone who stays. You all want to play VGC, that is totally understandable. I will not fault you for not leaving, but I do strongly feel that this will be the way to get his attention and let him know that he has messed up. And with that, thank you for watching. Do with this what you will. I'm Hazen, signing off.